All right, let's dive right in to the world of ladybugs.
Yeah.
Today we're going beyond the cute spotted exterior, and we're really uncovering the complexities of their diet.
Yeah.
We've got a fantastic article from Artado.
Okay.
What do ladybugs eat? Quick update.
Sounds good.
And it is packed with intriguing details you might not expect. Ready to uncover what fuels these tiny creatures.
I think you'll be surprised by how much their dietary needs and preferences change throughout their life cycle.
Okay.
It's not a static situation.
That's what I love about these deep dives.
Yeah.
Always something new to learn.
Right.
So for those who need a quick refresher, we're talking about ladybugs, also called ladybirds or lady beetles. Those small round beetles come in various colors, often red, orange, or yellow, and always sporting those iconic black spots.
And their appearance is just the beginning.
Okay.
What makes them truly remarkable is their role as natural pest control, a direct result of their diet.
Okay, so let's talk about that life cycle.
Sure.
And how it impacts what they eat.
Yeah.
We've got the ladybug larva, which the article describes as looking like tiny black and orange alligators.
Right.
Not exactly the cute spotted image that comes to mind.
Right, but their appearance reflects their primary function at this stage.
Yeah.
To eat and grow.
Okay.
This larval stage is all about rapid development. And that requires a massive intake of food.
The article actually uses the word voracious to describe their appetites.
Makes sense.
But what are they feasting on during this stage?
Their main prey consists of soft-bodied insects.
Okay.
Like aphids, spider mites, and scale insects.
Okay.
They're essentially tiny eating machines.
Yeah.
Programmed to consume as many of these pests as possible.
And the article highlights just how effective they are, stating that a single larva can consume up to 400 aphids.
Wow.
Before it transitions to adulthood.
That's amazing.
That's a pretty impressive feat.
It is.
For such a small creature.
It is, and it underscores their importance in maintaining ecological balance. By consuming vast quantities of pests, they help protect plants from damage and contribute to a healthier ecosystem overall.
So they graduate from the tiny alligator phase.
Right.
Emerge as those familiar spotted adults. And what happens to their diet then?
Yeah.
Do they keep up this pest control mission?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Adult ladybugs continue to be beneficial predators, but their diet can become a bit more diverse. With some fascinating variations depending on the species.
Let's break that down.
Sure.
What are the main staples on the menu for most adult ladybugs?
You'll still find aphids, spider mites, and mealybugs at the top of the list. These soft-bodied insects provide the necessary nutrients for adult ladybugs to thrive and reproduce.
But the article mentioned that some ladybugs have a wider palate, right?
That's right.
What else might they be snacking on?
Some species expand their diet to include pollen, nectar, fungus, and even other small insects.
Wow.
This dietary flexibility allows them to thrive in a wider range of environments and adapt to fluctuations in prey availability.
Okay. I have to ask, why are aphids always the top choice?
Right.
It seems like they are the ladybug's absolute favorite food.
From a ladybug's perspective,
Yeah.
aphids are an ideal food source.
Yeah, okay.
They are slow-moving, easy to catch,
Yep.
and packed with nutrients,
Yeah.
making them a readily available and efficient source of energy.
So it's not just about being a picky eater.
Right.
It's about maximizing their energy intake, exact for survival and reproduction. The article includes a simple graph that really drives this point home.
Yeah.
It visually depicts the daily aphid consumption of both larvae and adult ladybugs, and it's quite striking.
Visual aids are always helpful in understanding data, and that graph truly highlights the impact ladybugs have on controlling aphid populations.
Okay.
Which in turn benefits all of us.
Right. It's a reminder of their vital role in agriculture and gardening.
Yes.
By keeping aphid populations in check. Ladybugs help protect our plants and reduce the need for harmful pesticides.
Exactly.
And it all comes back to their diet and their remarkable efficiency in consuming these tiny pests.
Right.
So we know what they eat.
Yep.
But where exactly are ladybugs finding all these tasty snacks? Are they just randomly stumbling upon aphid?
Not quite.
Okay.
Ladybugs are strategic hunters. Often found patrolling areas where aphids are likely to congregate.
Okay.
Think Gardens,
Okay.
forests, fields,
Okay.
anywhere with an abundance of lush vegetation and flowers.
Yeah.
Because that's where aphids thrive.
So they are actively seeking out
Yes.
those aphid hotspots.
They are.
What are some of the specific places they might be checking out in these environments? The article mentioned a few key hunting grounds.
They meticulously inspect the leaves of plants.
Okay.
A common hiding spot for aphids and mites.
Okay.
Flowers are another popular destination.
Yeah.
Not just for aphids, but also for a quick energy boost from pollen and nectar.
Okay.
And we can't forget about tree bark, often harboring a variety of small insects.
Yeah.
And even tasty fungi.
It's amazing how they've adapted to exploit these various niches in the ecosystem.
Yeah, it is.
But what happens when those aphids are scarce?
Yeah.
Do they just pack up and move on?
Ladybugs are surprisingly resourceful.
Okay.
When their preferred prey is in short supply, they can adjust their diet, relying on alternative food sources to survive.
Okay, so they've got a backup plan.
They do.
What's on the menu when times get tough?
Pollen and nectar become their primary sources of energy, providing them with the sustenance they need to survive until their preferred prey becomes more abundant. And they don't shy away from munching on fungi either, which can be found on damp leaves or under tree bark.
It's fascinating how they can switch gears and adapt to changing food availability.
It is.
This resilience is surely a key factor in their widespread success.
Absolutely.
And it reinforces their importance as beneficial insects. They are not just passive consumers. They are active participants in maintaining the delicate balance of our ecosystems. This is already making me see ladybugs in a whole new light.
Yeah.
They're more than just pretty faces. They're crucial players in the web of life.
Exactly. And their impact extends far beyond just eating aphids. Their dietary choices have ripple effects throughout the ecosystem, impacting plant health, biodiversity, and even our own food supply.
Before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I have to share some of the most intriguing fun facts from the article.
Okay.
Get ready to be amazed.
I always enjoy a good fun fact.
Did you know that a single ladybug can consume up to 5,000 insects in its lifetime?
Wow.
That's an incredible amount of pest control packed into such a small creature.
It is.
And here's one that might surprise you.
Okay.
Some ladybugs are completely vegetarian.
That's right.
While the majority of ladybugs are predators, there are some species that have evolved to feed exclusively on plants, pollen and nectar.
They're all about that plant-based goodness.
Vegetarian ladybugs. Who knew?
I know.
It seems there is always more to discover about these seemingly simple creatures.
Always.
And here's another fun fact.
Okay.
When threatened, they play dead.
Really?
It's like their secret weapon against predators.
It's quite a clever defense mechanism.
Yeah.
By tucking in their legs and antennae, they appear lifeless, making them less appealing to potential predators.
It's remarkable how these tiny creatures have evolved such sophisticated strategies for survival.
Indeed. And their bright colors aren't just for show. They serve as a warning to predators about their unpalatable taste.
Okay. I know our listeners are probably buzzing with questions by now.
Probably.
And I'm going to step into the role of the curious listener.
Okay.
And fire away some of the most common ones.
Sounds good.
First up, do all ladybugs eat the same things?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And the answer is no.
Okay.
As we've discussed, while most ladybugs are carnivorous and thrive on those juicy aphids, there are some species that are strictly herbivorous, sticking to a diet of pollen, nectar, and leafy greens.
Oh, wow.
They're all about that plant-based goodness.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So there's a whole world of vegetarian ladybugs out there.
There is.
Okay, next question. We've touched on their lifetime consumption of aphids, but what about their daily intake?
Right.
Just how many aphids can a ladybug eat in a single day?
Well, there is a difference between the larval and adult stages. Remember those voracious larvae?
I do.
They can consume around 30 aphids per day.
Okay.
Adult ladybugs, on the other hand, average about 50 aphids per day.
Wow.
Still impressive,
yeah.
but not quite as ravenous as the larvae.
That's still a significant number of aphids.
It is.
Another question that comes up frequently is what happens when those aphids are hard to find?
Yeah.
We know they have backup options, but what are their main alternatives?
When aphids are scarce, Pollen, nectar, and fungi become their go-to sources of sustenance,
Okay.
allowing them to survive until their preferred prey becomes more readily available.
So they're not picky eaters when they need to be.
Right.
Now, a question that's probably on everyone's mind. Are ladybugs actually helpful for gardens? We've mentioned this briefly.
We have.
But let's reiterate their importance.
Ladybugs are incredibly beneficial for gardens.
Okay.
They act as natural pest control agents, patrolling our plants and keeping those pesky aphids and other soft-bodied insects under control.
Okay.
Their presence can significantly reduce the need for harmful pesticides,
Yeah.
promoting a healthier and more balanced garden ecosystem.
It sounds like we should all be welcoming ladybugs into our gardens with open arms.
It does.
One last question.
Okay.
Do ladybugs need to drink water?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Just like any living creature, ladybugs require water for survival.
Okay.
They typically get their hydration from dewdrops on plants.
Yeah.
Or from small puddles.
So they're not just eating machines.
Right.
They need to stay hydrated, too.
They do.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
Yeah, we have.
From ladybug basics to their fascinating diets. And their crucial role as natural pest control. We've uncovered some truly intriguing details about these tiny creatures.
Absolutely.
But there's still so much more to explore.
There is.
I'm particularly interested in diving deeper into the ecological impact of these vegetarian ladybugs.
Right.
It's an aspect that deserves further exploration.
I agree.
And we'll do just that in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Welcome back.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Before the break, we touched on the fact that some ladybugs are completely vegetarian.
Right.
That really sparked my curiosity.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to dive deeper into that aspect.
It is a fascinating area of study.
Okay.
While we often associate ladybugs with their voracious appetite for aphids and other pests,
right,
these herbivorous species play a different,
yet
equally crucial role in the ecosystem.
So let's unpack that a bit.
Sure.
How does their vegetarian diet impact their ecological function?
By feeding primarily on pollen and nectar?
These ladybugs contribute significantly to the process of pollination.
Right.
They move from flower to flower, transferring pollen grains, which is essential for plant reproduction and the continuation of various plant species.
It's incredible how these tiny creatures can have such a significant impact on the plant world.
I know.
They are truly multifaceted contributors to the ecosystem.
Exactly.
And their dietary choices highlight the interconnectedness of all living things within an ecosystem.
Right.
What may seem like a simple act of feeding can have ripple effects throughout the entire web of life.
Absolutely.
That's what I love about these deep dives. It's all about connecting the dots and understanding the bigger picture.
Right.
So are there any specific plant species that these vegetarian ladybugs prefer?
While the article doesn't go into great detail about specific plant preferences, it does emphasize that pollen and nectar are their primary food sources. This suggests they are likely attracted to a wide variety of flowering plants, contributing to the pollination of numerous species.
It's like they are floral enthusiasts.
Yes.
Drawn to the vibrant colors and sweet nectar of flowers, just like butterflies and bees.
Precisely. And their presence in gardens and fields adds to the biodiversity and richness of these ecosystems, supporting the health and resilience of the plant community.
This makes me wonder what evolutionary pressures might have led to the development of these vegetarian ladybug species.
That's an intriguing question.
Yeah.
It's likely that these species evolved in environments where their traditional prey like aphids was scarce or where competition for those resources was intense. By adapting to a plant-based diet, they were able to exploit a different food source and carve out their own niche in the ecosystem.
It's a testament to their adaptability and resilience. They have managed to thrive by evolving alongside the changing conditions of their environment.
Exactly, and this adaptability is crucial, particularly in the face of environmental changes and challenges. It allows them to persist and continue contributing to the intricate balance of their ecosystems.
This deep dive is really shifting my perspective on these creatures.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm starting to see them less as simple pest control agents
Yeah.
and more as complex, adaptable organisms with a profound impact on the world around them.
It's through exploration and deeper understanding that we can truly appreciate the complexity and beauty of the natural world.
Speaking of beauty, one of the things that has always fascinated me about ladybugs is their bright, vibrant colors.
Yes.
I know they serve as a warning to predators, but is there more to it than that?
Their coloration is truly remarkable.
Yeah.
Those bright hues, often red or orange, are a clear signal to potential predators that they are unpalatable. It's a form of visual defense, warning predators to stay away.
So it's like a built-in defense mechanism, saving them from becoming someone else's lunch.
Exactly. And this visual warning system is incredibly effective, allowing them to avoid becoming prey. And continue their important work within the ecosystem.
The article also mentioned that ladybugs can play dead when threatened.
Yes.
That seems like a clever tactic.
It is.
For such a small creature.
When faced with danger, they tuck in their legs and antennae. Becoming motionless and appearing lifeless to potential predators. This often deters predators from attacking, giving the ladybug a chance to escape unharmed.
It's a reminder that even the smallest creatures can possess remarkable survival instincts and adaptations.
Absolutely. And their success is a testament to the effectiveness of these strategies. Allowing them to thrive in a world full of potential threats.
This entire conversation is making me want to go out and observe ladybugs in their natural habitat.
I encourage you to do so.
I want to see them in action, pollinating flowers, hunting aphids, and maybe even witness that play-dead trick.
There's nothing quite like experiencing the wonders of nature firsthand. It's a constant source of inspiration and learning. Who knows, you might even discover something new about these fascinating creatures.
I am definitely up for that challenge. This deep dive has sparked a whole new level of curiosity in me.
I'm glad.
Okay, before we move on to the final part of our exploration, I want to take a moment to recap some of the key takeaways we've covered so far. We've learned that ladybugs are not just beneficial insects. They are incredibly diverse creatures with a range of dietary preferences and ecological roles.
And while their role as natural pest control is well documented, we've also highlighted the importance of the vegetarian species in pollination. And the overall health of plant communities.
We've also uncovered some fascinating details about their defense mechanism, including their bright colors and their ability to play dead when threatened.
It's been a truly enlightening journey so far. And I'm eager to see what other insights we uncover in the final part of our deep dive.
I'm with you on that.
Okay.
There's always more to learn. And I have a feeling we're just scratching the surface of the fascinating world of ladybugs. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. We've been on quite a journey.
It has been.
Exploring the world of ladybugs. From their diverse diets to their remarkable adaptations.
It's amazing how much we've uncovered about these seemingly simple creatures. They're so much more complex than meets the eye.
Absolutely. But before we wrap up our deep dive, I wanted to touch on something that's been on my mind. We've talked a lot about the benefits of ladybugs.
We have.
But are there ever situations where they might not be so welcome?
That's a really interesting point.
While ladybugs are generally considered beneficial insects, there are nuances to consider, particularly when it comes to non-native species and population dynamics.
So it's not always a simple black and white situation. Let's break that down a bit. What's the issue with non-native ladybug species?
Sometimes, in an attempt to control pests, humans introduce ladybug species from other parts of the world, either intentionally or accidentally. And while this might seem like a good idea at first, it can have unintended consequences.
I'm guessing this has something to do with disrupting the natural balance of the ecosystem.
Exactly. Non-native ladybugs can sometimes outcompete native species for resources, leading to a decline in native ladybug populations. This can disrupt the delicate balance of the ecosystem, potentially impacting other species and overall biodiversity.
So while the intention might be to control pests, introducing non-native species can sometimes backfire.
And create a whole new set of problems.
That's right. It highlights the importance of understanding the complexities of ecosystems. And the potential ripple effects of our actions. Managing pest populations often requires a more nuanced approach than simply introducing a new predator.
It's a good reminder that we need to proceed with caution. And consider the long-term ecological implications of our choices.
Absolutely. And even native ladybug species can sometimes become a nuisance.
Oh.
Particularly when their populations become very large.
Really? I'm having a hard time imagining those cute spotted creatures as anything but helpful.
Well, imagine this.
Yeah.
It's autumn, and ladybugs are seeking shelter for the winter.
Okay.
Suddenly, they start congregating on the sunny side of your house. Or even finding their way indoors.
So it's more about their sheer numbers becoming a bit overwhelming than them actually causing harm.
Precisely. And while it might be a temporary inconvenience,
it can certainly be an unwelcome surprise for some people.
Okay, so even the most beneficial creatures can sometimes have unexpected or less desirable behaviors.
That's the beauty of nature, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
It's constantly reminding us that there are always multiple perspectives and unexpected outcomes.
This deep dive has certainly given me a new appreciation for ladybugs and their complexity. We've explored their diverse diets, their fascinating adaptations, their ecological importance, and even the potential downsides that we need to be aware of.
It's been a journey of discovery.
It has.
And I hope it sparks a sense of wonder and curiosity about these tiny creatures.
Yeah.
And the intricate web of life they inhabit.
I know, I've learned so much.
Me too.
I'm definitely going to be looking at ladybugs with a whole new level of appreciation from now on.
I encourage everyone to do the same.
Yeah.
Take a moment to observe the natural world around you. And you might be surprised by the wonders you discover, even in the smallest of creatures.
Well said. And on that note, I want to thank you for joining us on this ladybug deep dive.
Yes, thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed the exploration as much as we have.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Yes.
Keep learning and keep marveling at the incredible world around us.
I agree.